The old house stood on a hill overlooking the village. It was a dark and imposing structure, its windows like vacant eyes staring out at the world. Ivy climbed its crumbling walls, whispering secrets in the wind. The house had been empty for years, abandoned after a series of strange occurrences. Villagers spoke of eerie noises, flickering lights, and a chilling presence that clung to the air within its decaying walls. They whispered tales of a cursed mirror hidden somewhere within the house, a gateway to another realm. It was said that anyone who gazed into its depths would be met with a terrifying vision, a glimpse into their darkest fears. The house stood as a silent warning, a testament to the unknown horrors that lurked within. The very air around it seemed to crackle with an unseen energy. The house had once been grand, a testament to the wealth and prosperity of its original owners. Now, it was a shadow of its former self, a decaying monument to forgotten times. The paint peeled from the weathered wood, revealing the bare bones of the structure beneath. The roof sagged in places, threatening to collapse under the weight of years of neglect. Broken window panes gaped like empty sockets, allowing the wind to whistle through the deserted rooms. The once vibrant gardens were now overgrown with weeds, their vibrant colours replaced by a dull, lifeless green. The legend of the cursed mirror was deeply ingrained in the village's folklore. It was a story passed down through generations, a cautionary tale to keep children from venturing too close to the abandoned house. Some said the mirror was a portal to another dimension, a gateway to a world of shadows and nightmares. Others claimed it was a conduit to the past, reflecting the sorrows and regrets of those who had gazed into its depths. Whatever the truth, the mirror was a source of fear and fascination, a dark secret hidden within the heart of the Whispering House. The stories surrounding the mirror were numerous and varied. Some whispered of a ghostly figure that appeared in the reflection, its eyes burning with an otherworldly light. Others told of a chilling voice that whispered secrets from the depths of the glass, revealing hidden truths and forgotten memories. There were even tales of people being pulled into the mirror itself, trapped forever in its spectral embrace. These stories served as a constant reminder of the dangers that lurked within the old house, a warning to stay away from the cursed mirror and its dark magic. Sarah was unlike the other children in the village. While they cowered at the mention of the Whispering House, she was drawn to its mystery. She was a curious and adventurous girl with a spirit that yearned for the unknown. Sarah was not easily frightened. She possessed a natural curiosity and a thirst for adventure that often led her into unusual situations. She was known for her bravery, a quality that both impressed and worried the adults in the village. She saw the abandoned house not as a place of fear, but as a challenge, a puzzle waiting to be solved. Sarah had heard the stories of the cursed mirror countless times, but she refused to believe them. She dismissed them as mere folklore, the product of overactive imaginations. Sarah was a practical girl grounded in reality. She preferred tangible evidence to hearsay and speculation. She believed in seeing things for herself, in forming her own conclusions based on her own experiences. She was determined to prove that the legends were nothing more than stories, fabricated to scare children. One afternoon, Sarah decided to explore the abandoned house. She told no one of her plans, knowing they would try to dissuade her. She approached the house with a mixture of excitement and trepidation, her heart pounding in her chest. As she stepped onto the overgrown path leading to the front door, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched, that unseen eyes were following her every move. The air grew heavy, and a strange stillness settled over the landscape. Sarah pushed open the creaking front door and stepped inside. The air within the house was thick with dust and the scent of decay. Cobwebs hung like ghostly curtains, and the only light came from the slivers of sunlight that pierced through the grimy windows. The silence was deafening, broken only by the occasional creak of the floorboards beneath her feet. Sarah took a deep breath, steeling her nerves. She was determined to find the cursed mirror and uncover the truth behind the legends. Sarah moved deeper into the house, her footsteps echoing in the empty halls. She explored room after room, each one more dilapidated than the last. Finally, she stumbled upon a small, dusty room at the end of a long corridor. In the center of the room stood an ornate, gilded mirror draped with a tattered cloth. This had to be it, the legendary cursed mirror. With trembling hands, Sarah reached out and pulled the cloth away, revealing the mirror's surface. The glass was clouded with age, but as she peered closer, she could see her own reflection staring back at her. For a moment, nothing happened. Sarah breathed a sigh of relief, thinking the stories were just stories. Then, her reflection began to ripple as if disturbed by an unseen force. The reflection shifted, twisting into a grotesque parody of Sarah's own face. The eyes widened, becoming black pits of despair. The mouth stretched into a horrifying grin, revealing rows of sharp, pointed teeth. A chilling laugh echoed through the room, seeming to emanate from the mirror itself. Sarah stumbled backward, her heart pounding in her chest. Terror seized her, paralyzing her with fear. The figure in the mirror reached out, its long skeletal fingers grasping at the air. Sarah could feel an icy coldness emanating from the glass, as if the figure was trying to pull her into its world. She screamed, a high-pitched, terrified sound that echoed through the empty house. The figure in the mirror laughed again, its voice filled with malice and glee. Sarah knew she had to escape, to get away from the cursed mirror and its terrifying inhabitant.